Donald Trump holding on to a double-digit lead in South Carolina. Latest CNN polling puts him at 38%. Senator Cruz, 22%. Rubio, 14%. Bush, 10%. Then you see Carson at 6% and Kasich at 4%. So what's moving inside those numbers? Larry Sabato, director of the Center for Politics, University of Virginia. How you doing, Doc? Good morning to you.
Doing great, winning. Bill, and I love the idea of the swear jar. It's a great idea.
All right, well, so we'll just keep this clean then. He's winning by a large margin on so many issues. What's moving in Carolina in 2016?
There actually has been movement in South Carolina. Trump was way up. Then I think he took a hit Saturday night during the debate. He went too far in attacking George W. Bush, who's very popular in South Carolina, and in somehow attributing 9/11 in part to former President Bush. That didn't go over well. What has restored him, whether it was intentional or unintentional, is the President of the United States, who yesterday chose to single out Donald Trump for special treatment and vitriolic attacks. Well, nothing's going to increase his support among Republicans like that.
All right, well, we'll see. I mean, that's why they vote, right? I don't know if you have a monitor. Yeah. I'm guessing you don't. I'll describe the three areas of South Carolina and tell me what you're seeing inside the numbers. Upstate, right? Typically evangelical, you would argue. Huckabee, big margin of victory here in 2008, right? Going back 8 years. The Midlands, Columbia, capital city there. And then you've got all these counties up along the Atlantic coast. Typically, maybe you could tie military to the votes down here, but is South Carolina typical as it has voted in years past, 2012, 2008, or not?
Well, no state is typical. South Carolina had a great record until 2012 when they blew it, and they not that this was a wrong thing to do, but they nominated Newt Gingrich. Newt Gingrich won their primary, and of course Mitt Romney became the nominee. Until that time, South Carolina since 1980 had picked every Republican nominee. So we'll see if they restore themselves this year, though obviously that isn't the point of voting. It isn't to guess who the nominee is, it's to vote for the person that you support.
Yeah, I want to show you the calendar too, okay? You know this well. All right, South Carolina Republicans on Saturday, right? And then very quickly, Professor, we've got Nevada caucus for the Republicans on Tuesday of next week. Hold on to that date in a moment here. I'll come back to it. South Carolina goes back to the Democrats on the 27th of February, and then you've got what's called the SEC primary, 1st of March, 2016. But in Nevada for Republicans, look at this poll from CNN, right? Advance at one time. Donald Trump in Nevada, caucus state now, 45%, Rubio at 19%, Cruz at 17%, and then down on the line here. Have you looked at Nevada yet, Professor?
Yes, and Nevada had been the hope of Marco Rubio, who had lived in Nevada when he was young, and for a brief period of time he was associated with the Mormons. And of course there's a big Mormon vote in Nevada that helped Mitt Romney back in 2012. Rubio had hoped that would help him, but apparently not, at least at this moment.
Yeah. Professor, thank you. You've been watching the back and forth just like we have. It's been fascinating already, and much more to come. Thank you, sir. We'll talk to you a bit later in the week, all right? Larry Sabato there in Charlottesville, Virginia. Thank you.